You've already heard on this channel of the death touch, but have you heard of the healing touch?
This is a picture of a brain tumor. It's the hardest kind of tumor to heal and operate on. Yet astonishingly, a tumor that looks like this can dissolve and vanish without surgery, chemotherapy, drugs, or any risky procedures.
Woo! Getting into it today, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the $10 million studio. I'm your host, Coffeezilla, and today, yes, we're talking about health. It's important to me. It's important to you. I know it is. You know, you got health, you don't have it. If you don't, people want to sell you some magic formula, just like the death touch miraculously saved us if we needed to defeat our foes. I don't know if you guys watched that video. Go watch it right here. Just like that. Now there's healing touches, ladies and gentlemen. We're investigating them today because let's say you have cancer. This is going to interest you a lot, okay? Let's bring down the thing and try not to hit myself there, okay? Touch point technique, 5 times stronger than chemotherapy, vitamins, and antioxidants. Ladies and gentlemen, how incredible. Someone call Harvard. Someone call Yale. We got to get the boys on this. I mean, we got a virus going around, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out what's going on.
It's a healing method so powerful, so simple to use, and so inexpensive, the medical community will do anything to hide it from us.
Oh! Adding conspiracy. Yes. The doctors want to hurt you. Yes. Right. Go ahead.
Those who have the knowledge to use it are often regarded as miracle workers. As you watch this video right to the end, you'll not only discover how to turn your body into the perfect healing machine, you'll be able to do it yourself, and in as little as 5 minutes a day.
I love how they always go from they can't just have an incredible claim. You're gonna heal any problem. They also have to double down and be like, in 5 minutes. It's not like, hey, we figured out how to cure Alzheimer's. We figured out how to cure Alzheimer's in 5 minutes, no surgery, nothing required. It's incredible, man.
Hard to believe?
Yes.
Not after you hear the true story of Charles. What would you...
Who's Charles? It's not like Charles Anderson. It's just Charles. Of course it is.
You do if your child had a tumor that doctors could not remove. If they tried, the risk of death for your child or someone you love was so high that it was an almost guaranteed death sentence.
Come on.
But if on the small chance that the surgery worked, your child or loved one's face would be horrifically disfigured for life.
Okay.
That's a decision Charles had to face.
Stock footage of old man. Google search, please.
His daughter was supposed to die. Yet, as you are about to hear, he discovered a third option. It was a long shot, but it was one he was willing to take. And the result? Well, you can judge that for yourself after you...
This is a different person, by the way. Everyone see that? That's stupid.
The birth of his daughter was easily the happiest moment in Charles's life. But the joy didn't last long because soon a dentist noticed a small bean-sized growth in his daughter's upper lip. He took his daughter to see a doctor. Surely, since he caught it early, modern medicine would provide a way to remove it since it was still such a small growth.
Hasn't she been through enough, guys? I'm already now emotionally invested in this. I was going to disprove this, but now I'm emotionally invested in the bean-sized growth here.
But his hopes crashed when he was told by the doctor that it was a blood vessel tumor and that it was in a place where surgery couldn't be performed. Charles thought maybe it would stay harmless, that it would stay small and benign. But the tumor steadily swelled. The doctors predicted she had only 6 months to live. A shroud of sadness covered their family. Helplessly, they watched their child slowly choke to death. A friend suggested TCM, or traditional Chinese medicine, as a last resort. Charles was desperate.
Hey, she's gonna live, guys. The music changed. Did you hear that? The stock music and the stock footage has changed now. It's gonna be okay. How do you make up these wild stories about child death in order to sell your garbage product? It's amazing to me the level of psychopathy involved in these internet marketers. They just make up these stories. They're like, hey, what Charles, what? His daughter died. Can we say anything else? Oh, yeah, it actually came back more aggressive than ever. And he actually watched his daughter choke to death. That's cool.
Furiously and desperately researching the options, he found a center in China renowned for curing the most chronic and terminal diseases. They did what it took, landed in China, and made a beeline straight for the center. This was his last hope. However, in a mere 24 days, his daughter's tumor not only stopped growing, but also began to shrink. But he had run out of his savings. Desperate to stay longer,
What a twist here. She's about to live, but he ran out of savings. I can't get me to the point where she lives, please.
Traded manual labor for him and his daughters to stay longer.
Okay.
One day, Charles's hopes were realized.
Thank you.
The tumor was gone, completely gone. Now, this story and the others just like it that you're about to hear aren't unusual just because cancer, crippling arthritis, viral infections, even as severe as AIDS, autoimmune diseases like diabetes, migraines, allergies, and extreme mental disorders were all completely cured.
Oh, so it just cures everything. I get it. Everyone knows China doesn't have any illness because of traditional Chinese medicine. Everyone knows that, right?
Yet they are still kept mainly out of view to mainstream America. They are safe, gentle, natural, and powerful. Western medicine and large pharmaceutical companies simply cannot lose their monopoly on the industry of surgery, medication, and drugs.
I love how some random internet marketer's like, hey, those guys, they're greedy. Listen, I think the only person worse than Big Pharma are internet marketers, actually. I think you guys, like, if Big Pharma, you know, people like the Sackler brothers or whatever, if they're like in the fifth circle of hell, there's people underneath them for sure, internet marketers. Definitely. And I'm not saying all internet marketers, by the way, obviously. But the people who produce this, definitely going to hell.
I may be forced to, by the powers that be, to take this free video down.
It might be shut down by the Federal Trade Commission, because it should be. This is psychotic.
How suddenly even tumors in cancer cells can begin to melt away, and how asthma sufferers can suddenly feel like they are taking their first deep breath in decades. I'm going to teach you the secret in just a second, but before I do, I need to talk about the big lie that's keeping you, your family, or dear friends from being free from needless illnesses, physical pain, and disease now.
Let me guess. Big Pharma?
Think you'll see why I feel it's my duty to share it with you. So please, stay with me. The big lie is that a cure for the most debilitating and fatal diseases today can only be treated with medical drugs and surgery, and that any natural cure doesn't exist. As I'm about to prove to you in just a minute, how a natural, inexpensive, non-chemical cure does in fact exist.
What I love about this like little robot voice they have going on here, for somebody who's pretending to be brave, like I'm coming out with the big secret, who are the people behind this? I have looked for a long time at who makes this stupid thing. Of course, they're nowhere to be found. It's something called Clover 7 Nutraceuticals or something. Who owns that? Nobody knows. George Bridgham, who's he? Nobody knows. It's all a fake name. So that's the thing that really pisses me off, because these people, they go, oh, I've got the secret, but I'm keeping my face a secret. That's how you know all this stuff is a scam. They don't tell you who they are. You can't hold them accountable. Nothing.
The truth is your body already has the power to kill any harmful germ, virus, bacteria, or dysfunction by using this powerful, safe, gentle, and unusual 5-minute exercise. There's a reason why some people and even entire cultures manage to live their entire lives without debilitating illnesses, the big secret the ancient Chinese discovered and have been using for thousands of years to reverse any illness, including cancer, AIDS, clogged arteries, arthritis, diabetes, Alzheimer's, yeast infections.
Isn't it enough? Isn't cancer enough? Curing cancer? You have to throw in heart disease and Alzheimer's just to make it a little tougher for you. It'd be too easy to just cure cancer.
Used in China for thousands of years to heal millions of people, its potent abilities still find its way into mainstream culture.
Now, who's actually behind this whole thing? The whole scam? Well, we have this guy. I don't know if he knew what he was getting into, but he was hired by these internet marketers. He's supposedly the guy behind it all. There's always a guru behind it, guys, as you know from Fake Guru. Now we're going to learn about who's behind the touch point technique. 5 times stronger than chemotherapy, vitamins, and antioxidants. Let's go.
In Singapore named Master Lin.
Oh.
He is easily the most humble man I've ever met in my life. I actually had a hard time believing this humble, soft-spoken man was the source of all the stories I kept hearing about performing such miraculous feats of healing. Stories like how a man was suddenly struck with a deadly heart attack in a subway. And Master Lim, who happened to be there, was able to use his deep understanding of meridian points to literally massage the heart attack away.
Hey, okay, we gotta address that right now. Massage the heart attack away. First of all, demonetized. Okay, we can't show that. Demonetized. Massage the heart attack away, though? They've been doing it wrong all the time. They've been zapping people unnecessarily. All you need is a little massage from Master Lim here.
Just by placing a few fingers on a specific part of the man's body, he was able to neutralize the heart attack on the spot. Without question, this saved the man's life, as it took a long time for the paramedics to come.
So what I want to tell you guys right now, let me just spoil it. This is obviously a gigantic scam. But not only is it a gigantic scam, it's a gigantic scam that's existed for a very long time. And these monsters who keep recycling this stuff are faking literally everything, including Master Lim. So I got behind their paywall, of course, and I got into the modules. And this guy's basically like just like teaching you like rub yourself in the back and is like going to cure your cancer or whatever. It's like basic stretching, right? Because of course it's not magical healing formulas for $39.95 online that the doctors don't want you to know about. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you, but these scumbags are using like traditional Chinese medicine, which, you know, has its place in the world. It's just its place is not curing cancer. I guess this is like healing your arm. I mean, could Master Lim magically regrow your arm with this tapping technique? But what I want to show you guys is that this has existed since actually back in like the early 2000s. There was something called pure natural healing. So this is a modern thing, but this is literally a redo of this, which is pure natural healing, which is Harvard confirms, you know, pain relief, heart health, and optimal blood pressure without drugs, surgery, or just beginning of this odd therapy. And in this, the same guy is used for the same thing, except the story is different. Instead of being a Singaporean man, he's a Chinese man. See, this is a scam review from Contra Health Scam, and they talk about the fact that he was the Chinese wonder healer a few years ago, and miraculously now he's become a Singaporean healer. Not only that, last time is George Bridgham. The previous version was a guy named Keith Richardson, which was just a Shutterstock photo, because of course it was. So these guys who are saying like, oh, down with pharma, right? Which is, you know, the problem is they use it because they have a point, right? Pharma's done some shady stuff for sure, but they use that to then sell you even worse snake oil. So they go to people who are like tired, frustrated, sick, the most desperate, and they go, hey, aren't you tired of those guys taking advantage of you? It's so sick. It's so sick, and we have to call it out. But yeah, all their testimonials are fake as well. They're all Shutterstock images. So literally even these things about like, it saved my life, whatever, it's all crap. It's all made up by some scumbag in his mom's basement trying to make a quick buck. So guys, what's the conclusion here? Is there such thing as a healing touch, just like there was the death touch? Unfortunately, not. Turns out to be not only a scam, but a recycled scam from years ago that some scumbag internet marketer is using to extract wealth and rent seek from old, desperate, sick people. How long are we going to get away with this? How long are they going to be allowed to promise cures to cancer and not only trick Westerners, but also belittle traditional Chinese medicine as well? How long is it going to happen? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And in the meantime, I wish you all the very best. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to heal myself here because this video has given me cancer.
I know what you mean. This ain't what it seemed. Nothing but a trick, trying to sell me on a dream, but that was where you lost me. Wake up and smell the coffee.